Moving on, we are about to reach the final moments of the first day of Kerala Summit, Skill Kerala, the Global Summit 2025. So, നമ്മുടെ ലാസ്റ്റ് പരിപാടിയാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ KDISC ഇനിഷ്യേറ്റീവായ ക്ലീൻ എനർജി ഇൻക്യുബേഷൻ മോഡലുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്ത സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പുകളുടെ പിച്ചിങ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ ഇനി നടക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. And now I invite Mr. Rakesh for the further proceedings. Over to you, Mr. Rakesh.
Thank you, Kamal, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rakesh, and I represent an organization called as Social Alpha. We are an innovation partner to the government of Kerala, and it's a very exciting moment here for me because we have this program called as CBIC, Clean Energy Innovation Business Incubation Center, which we ran along with KDISC, as well as our other partners here in the government, which is Energy Management Center, as well as the other energy-linked organizations such as the Kerala State Electricity Board, KSEB, as well as the Electrical Inspectorate. So this through this program, we have accelerated 9 startups, of which 4 startups will be making their presentations today. And all these startups are in the domain of clean energy. And I would like to invite all the startup enthusiasts in the room to have an interactive session with the startups. So the startups range from peer-to-peer energy trading to novel modes of transportation to innovative methods of reducing electricity discharges and increasing conductivity in electrical wires for electricity transmission. We have different sensors which are being made for energy monitoring and real-time energy consumption monitoring. Without any further ado, I'd like to invite the first startup, Mistio, represented by Commander Sudheesh, as well as Samuel John, who's sitting here. So can I request Commander Sudheesh to come over and make the presentation? So Mistio is working on a novel peer-to-peer energy transfer method by which energy can be traded from individual houses or other entities, which prevent or which help in ensuring that electricity is not sent back to the grid but effectively transferred, making energy monitoring energy more efficient in the electricity transmission. Over to you, Sudheesh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Samaprakasho bhaskaro navyati griham kudiram cha. Sun does not differentiate between a palace or a hut. So I'm starting with such a thought. Strengthening resilience in strengthening resilience in solar infrastructure and energy access, and promoting inclusivity in renewable energy access. Solar energy is the future of energy source. India is having a lot of plans for structured implementation for renewable energy. About our company, before moving on to the major topic, Mistio is a climate fintech company. We are operating in the field of climate resilience. So we are providing solutions to industries, governments, and various organizations how to mitigate the effects of climate change using our inherent expertise in the climate and weather forecasting field. So we are not just a weather forecasting company. We are providing solutions to industries and companies and governments how to mitigate the effects of climate change and how to resilient in the changing times. About me, Sudheesh, I'm the CTO of the company. With me here, the founder of Mistio. I'm having expertise of meteorology, weather forecasting, and climate science for 14 years. I was working as a meteorologist for Indian Navy for the last 14 years. And with that experience, we are developing solutions for the industry. India has to meet exponential power requirement presently and in the future also. How to mitigate those solutions? How to solve the power requirement, increasing power requirement? So we are providing a structured approach for the increasing demand of power. The major problem in the renewable energy sector is, though India is envisaging a renewable energy requirement of 500 gigawatt by 2030, out of the required power of 850 odd number for India's power requirement. That means we are planning to migrate almost 40% of the power requirement to renewable sources. But what is the major problem? The problem is we don't have sufficient infrastructure available to install that many number of solar energy. How to mitigate that? The larger companies are installing solar fields. Will it suffice to provide that much quantity of renewable energy? No. So Mistio proposes to valorize the sun. We finance and install and operate rooftop solar plants across all major cities of India. How we'll do that? We give the finance, we take over rooftops across India, install solar panels across India, with inherent expertise of weather forecasting. When I'm saying weather forecasting, the renewable energy is a direct function of weather. We have the capability to forecast power generation. What will be the power generation for next day? What will be the power generation capability for 2 days? Using that capability, we understand the power requirement, we understand the power generation capability of the plants across, and we utilize that power for trading. When I'm saying trading, that will be a peer-to-peer trading. We will negate or we will completely decentralize the power distribution across the country. So when I'm saying this, so there will be a technology to track how much power can be generated from a particular region, how much power generation will be affected because of the weather. What are we offering? So we are offering 3 packages combined together. Solfi, which is harnessing the solar energy using easy financing operations, installing solar panels across India over the rooftops. We will give weather insurance coverage for those solar plants. There will be a power generation-based EMI payment model. When we are financing it, obviously we have to repay. There will be a frictionless finance enabling program for this renewable energy journey. Once after installing it, there will be a state-of-the-art IoT device to track and monitor how much power is generated. And once the power generation is integrated, once the power generation is monitored and controlled, our available power will be traded across windows. What will be the bottlenecks if we are planning to implement such a system across India? The main challenge will be the lack of infrastructure available. So that infrastructure we will overcome with Sol controller, which is the system I mentioned earlier. Is it viable? Definitely. This is the statistics which I was mentioning earlier. Our power requirement by 2030 will be 817 gigawatt. Out of that, our targeted renewable energy capability will be 500 gigawatt. Where are we standing? As on date, it is 234 gigawatt. So next over 5 years, we have to reach around 200 gigawatts renewable energy. So the bottleneck of infrastructure will be solved utilizing the rooftops of our population. This is our proposed solution. Presently, this is the proposed solution. Presently, all the power generation, renewable energy power generation which is happening are controlled through the power distributors, which is like an example KSEB. Now, we propose a completely decentralized solution where the producer will communicate directly with the whoever is required. So that is a peer-to-peer communication, peer-to-peer selling. That's what we propose. Completely decentralization, which enables direct exchange of energy between consumers and producers. That efficiency will be boosted by eliminating intermediary transmission loss across the distances, large distance power transmission. Consumers will be becoming prosumers, gaining control over energy choices and ability to sell excess power what they generate or their rooftops generate. The P2P trading facilities integrates renewable energy based on real-time availability, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and lowering emissions. The Solex, which is our core functionality, enables real-time electricity monitoring and can save up to 20% of electricity on an average across consumer lines. This is the architecture diagram which we propose. The Sol track, which is at the center, will be taking weather inputs from our weather model, which is known as Indra, which is a hyperlocal weather monitoring system which Mistio has developed. So the weather forecast will give inputs to Sol track, which is a tracking system, what kind of power generation will be happening the next day. Once the power generation is identified, the Solex will directly communicate with the users what will be the power requirement and how much can be delivered. So this is a peer-to-peer communication happening. Once the generation is happening as per the forecast, as per the demand, the energy will be supplied to the grid. So it is completely demand-driven. The Solflow model is as displayed here. The power generation, the architecture diagram indicates clearly that it is a artificial intelligence implementation here when the weather forecast component comes or power generation forecast comes. Our power generation forecast is completely machine learning guided system. So the machine learning guided system will be used for the power generation forecast, and that will be used to identify the potential and identify the power requirement as well as how much quantity can be delivered. This is the whole ecosystem, what we are going to build: the financing system, the product, and insurance. This is the three major components which we are proposing. The financing system will be giving incentives as well as loans for installing the solar system. And the product, which is the hardware and software part. Hardware part will be installation of solar plants across the rooftops. And the software will be having different components to monitor the power generation and control the power requirements as well as delivery of that requirement. And the insurance will be the resilience part. The electronic parametric insurance will be there if due to the weather event, if the power generation is unable to meet the requirement, there will be the insurance backup. And there will be a physical insurance coverage for the solar infrastructure which is installed rooftop. So these are three major components of Mistio. This is the envisaged roadmap which we are expecting. In the March 2026, we are expecting we will start installing the rooftop solar at least in 2 customers. So once the 2 customers are proven successful, then across India, we will identify 1,400 customers by August 2026. That means within 1 year. And September 26, we will start our model. And the P2P integration will be starting in April 2027. So within 3 years from now, we are planning to increase our capability into 10,000 customers. 10,000 customers, minimum 5 kilowatt of energy production at rooftops, then we can calculate the potential. So this will be a good initiative by the company towards meeting the resilient part of India's ambitious vision of 2030 renewable energy solution of 500 gigawatt. What are the competitions when we are entering into such a new venture? There are companies across the world who are working in the field in an isolated manner. There are companies who provide energy trading. There are companies who monitors energy production, but no companies are giving a complete integrated solution of installing rooftop solar, monitoring power production, and trading the power. So we are providing the integrated solution. We have the advantage of made in India company. We have accessible, affordable, and real-time energy monitoring system, provides device-level insights and built-in alerts for energy wastage, helps consumers save up to 20% of energy, and it's a very visually appealing and intuitive dashboard for end users. POC have been completed successfully. We have the prototype available with us. Now we need to scale up for various users. Now, where are we standing with SDG impact? This is it. Climate action, affordable and clean energy, industry innovation and infrastructure available, decent work and economic growth, this is SDG 8, sustainable cities and communities, and responsible consumption and production. We are looking for more opportunities to scale up this POC. We are looking for more funds for direct implementation for large scale across Kerala, then across India. So we expect support from KDISC as well as Kerala government. Thank you for the opportunity for coming here and presenting here what our capability and what's our future plans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sudheesh, for presenting Mistio. So this is Mistio, who does peer-to-peer energy trading.